Good day, everyone. My name is Dr. Vinesh Raj. I'm a trainee lecturer from UITM. Today, I'm going to present our research regarding economic impact of COVID-19 among private dental practitioners in Malaysia. Our team consists of researchers from UITM, UKM, and Islamic Dental Association of Malaysia, IDAM. Introduction. Coronavirus disease 2019, or more well known as COVID-19, right, normally presents with fever, dry cough, and myalgia. This borderless infection had spread internationally within 1 month since its identification, and today to more than 200 countries. Hence, governments around the world are forced to impose a method of controlling the outbreak by strategizing a restriction movement order, which resulted in impact towards big industry, mainly the world economy. The exponentially growing numbers of cases in Malaysia resulted in the government imposing multiple phase of movement control order (MCO) nationwide on 18 March 2020 to basically control the spread of the disease. However, on the other side of the coin, business and services which are non-essential were restricted and forced into idle. Owing to this, Malaysian macroeconomy and microeconomy are directly affected in regards to the concern towards local private dental economy. The aim of this study was twofold. One, to measure the health economic impact towards private dental clinics in Malaysia, and number two, to identify the revenues barrier during COVID-19 pandemic period. The objective of this study is to analyze the health economic impact of COVID-19 on dental practices in Malaysia. The expected benefit from this study: number one, to support and protect employees; number two, monitor leading indicator of how and where the pandemic is evolving, and conduct scenario planning using both epidemiology and economic inputs. Number three, think about the next horizon of COVID-19. Number four, to evolve the nerve center to plan for the next phase. This study was done by using an online survey form, and the sample size was estimated by using G-power, where the minimum sample size of n equal to 289 will be drawn from a comprehensive address list of Malaysian dentists after considering a 20% attrition rate, and we were able to get a total of 360 respondents. The selection criteria. Inclusion criteria is all private dental practitioners who owns a private dental clinic. The exclusion criteria are all government dental practitioners and all private dental practitioners who do not own a private dental clinic. On completion of the survey, there were 7 important data points collected. Number 1, the number of years of practice. Number 2, dental clinic operating hours. Number 3, type of dental clinic commitments. Number 4, staff wages. Number 5, estimated profit and loss. Number 6, percentage of private dental clinics or shareholders. Number 7, respondent clinic state. So, part 1, numbers of years in practice. So, it shows here, majority of the respondents have been practicing for more than 10 years, followed by 25% of them being fresh in practice for less than 5 years, which is probably owned by young dentists. The remaining has been practiced for past 5 to 10 years of range. Part 2, dental clinic operating hours. Close to half of the total dental clinics in the survey, which is 38%, remained their business open with lower patient volume, while 31% of the dental clinic are only attending for emergency cases, whereas the other third, which is 30%, are closed for services. More than half, which is 52% of the practitioners, are still paying rental, utilities and leasing costs. 36% of the clinics are paying their rental and utilities only. Staff wages. Most of the practitioners, which is 73%, continue to pay full salary for their staff, followed by 20% paying based on profit sharing, and 7% not paying the staff as they are the owner and staff themselves for the clinic. Estimated profit and loss. Majority of the dental clinic, 46%, are going on loss. 36% of the dental clinics are experiencing profit collapse, down up to 80%. Percentage of private dental clinic or shareholder. From this survey, we concluded that 96%, which is 346 out of 360, are owner and shareholder of the dental clinic. Part 7, Respondents' Clinical State. Based on this survey, 1/3 of the respondents are clinic owners from Selangor, followed by Kuala Lumpur. The rest of states comprise below than 10% of total respondents. It is acknowledged that this survey requires a broader reach of Malaysia, but looking at the main point, this section postulates that every state in Malaysia has its economy affected. Thus, we believe that to mitigate balanced economy solution, aid must arrive regardless of its location. Let's go into discussion. This survey grounds its purpose to understand how the outbreak has affected the private dental practitioners in Malaysia. A collective response shows that majority of these clinics are indeed going on losses, if not now, then soon. This could be due to loss of clinic productivity, lesser patient flow, lesser procedures to be done, and in demand of most importantly due to social distancing. It is understandable to break the circuit of infection, but it is as equally important to protect the economy in this context of the dental practice in Malaysia. The reason to this was generally explained in a study in 2020 by McKee and Stuckler, in which mentioned how an economy compensatory mechanism would eventually fail if it undergoes echoes of crisis. Similar to dental practices in Malaysia, as described in the survey finding, most of the clinics are struggling to make profit despite of being in industry for more than 10 years. Losing revenues could risk a company to their loss of their most important assets, which is their skilled labourers or skilled doctors and their nurses. Therefore, this survey acts as informational guidance towards the economy response among private dental practitioners during the novel coronavirus pandemic to initiate an economy recovery period or phase. Based on the latest perspective of McKinsey and Company in their COVID-19 briefing noted dated 30th March 2020, it takes a company 5 stages to navigate through any pandemic crisis, which is resolve, resilient, return, reimagine, and reform. We are currently in stage 1 and 2, in which we are still in the process of recognizing struggles and looking for solutions to mitigate the economic issue. We thus take this opportunity to recommend others fraternities to conduct a mutual study in order to apprehend this crisis further. Although business have slowed down due to the outbreak, it is far more ideal than falling into bankruptcy and any other bank crisis. Thus, the survey is conducted as a stepping stone in developing a progress of economic response. Conclusion and recommendation of this study. As mentioned, despite the chaos, the economy needs restoration. Among the focus advised by McKinsey and Company are: number 1, to support and protect employees; number 2, monitor leading indicator of how and where the pandemic is evolving and conduct scenarios planning using both epidemiological and economic inputs; number 3, think about the next horizon of COVID-19; and lastly, to evolve the nerve center to plan for the next phase. We are going through the first focus and are searching for channels that could aid the matter. Thus, the survey analysis, we take the great humility to appeal the ministry to consider as of the following below. Number 1, deferment or moratorium of hire purchase and leasing contracts without interest from leasing companies. Number 2, building owners to offer discount on rental for a suggestive period of 6 months. Number 3, government to address and monitor personal protective equipment PPE supply chain to handle magnitude of demand and pricing in regards to stock running low in healthcare facilities. These are my references as seen. I would like to special thanks Dean of UiTM, Ethics Committee of UiTM, Faculty of Dental UKM, and Islamic Dental Association of IDAM. Thank you.